The Skywind team took part in the Creations ModCon 2025 and presented a live stream where they showed us some new locations and spoke about the project and its future. I will link the full stream in the description for those interested. This month's update will showcase sections from that stream and my observations and commentary. So let's get started then, shall we? We start by getting a spectacular view of Skywind's Vivek City from the docks of Ebonheart at sunrise. I love the planets hovering over Vivek City. That's from Michael Kirkbride's concept art of the city. We get to see the player character's armor, left and right pauldron, and that crossbow. Looks really cool. They made that narrow corridor just like in Morrowind. Also, these buildings are new. We did not have them in Morrowind. Maybe workers who work at Ebonheart live in these shacks here. Very nice. The area outside Ebonheart is a swampy paradise, and that fort looks great. The small statue and tower from Morrowind have been replaced in this detailed massive space. You have epic-looking salt columns, a waterfall, a garden, a pond, and lots of platforms and clutter. Earlier in development, the Azura statue was apparently larger than what we see here, but they have toned it down since. Absolutely stunning. I just love how the team has gone above and beyond to diversify the exterior of every Daedric ruin. All of this exterior work reminds us that the Daedric ruins were actual places of worship and were very important for the Dunmer people back in the day. When Skywind comes out, my Dunmer nationalist player character will come here and pay his or her respects at level 1 and gaze at the magnificent statue of Azura. We start by checking some posters inside the iconic Mages Guild building in Balmora. The devs said that a lot of the interior dungeon design is different from the original game, but some special locations like the Balmora Mages Guild share the same layout as the original. That makes sense, as most Morrowind players do the Mages Guild questline and have memorized the layout of this building. I certainly have. But the devs have added a few extra rooms here. This room was added as every NPC has its own AI package and they need to have a bed to sleep in. As we walk around, we listen to so much chatter between the NPCs here. These scenes add a lot of immersion which was not present in Morrowind. They then cast the levitation spell for some reason, and that has a cool visual effect. I wonder if the NPC mages here could also levitate. That would add to the magical nature of this building. Pelagiad and Caldera are interesting cities as we see traditional imperial architecture. Unlike all of the alien-looking Telvanni mushroom towers and Redoran bug huts, we get to experience a slice of the empire in these towns. The developers mentioned that the development of the Imperial tileset was complete in 2024, and that helped speed up the development of cities like Pelagiad and Caldera. We then see how clicking on some of those posters with Imperial propaganda may start miscellaneous quests. It's an immersive way of joining the Imperial Legion or the Imperial Cult. These posters can lead the player to factions or important NPCs. I like that. Ald'ruhn is a work-in-progress city. The Emperor Crab and the Manor District are yet to be developed. For those who don't know, Emperor Crabs were gigantic, semi-aquatic crabs that roamed the ashlands of Dagon Fel. By 3E427, they were extinct and we don't see them in Morrowind. The most famous Emperor Crab was called Scar, and its giant shell was incorporated into the city of Ald'ruhn, as you can see here. Under Scar was the Manor District of the settlement and housed the leaders of the great House Redaynia as well as several merchants. All of this is under development, and we all know how the Skywind team loves to add so many details in the exterior and interior locations. I can't wait to see how the Manor District will appear in Skywind. We get a spectacular view of the Red Mountain, a terrifying and imposing sight. This farm is growing ash yams, a tuberous root vegetable with magical properties. This farm is new and was not present in Morrowind. Adding a small farm growing ashy vegetables in ashy Ald'ruhn is a great idea. Alright, we now travel to northern Morrowind in the Sheogorath Islands. You can experience new weather and special sound design to make you feel like you are near the ocean. Again, as we walk around, we listen to NPCs chatting. I love all of that writing effort and attention to detail. The developers mentioned how in the Elder Scrolls games, while working on quests, you, the player, make your own story. They said you can experience the same feeling in Skywind too. Now that is something I love about playing Elder Scrolls games. Every quest has its own story and your character's story. And that is why we can play these quests again and again and never get bored, as our character's story is different each time. That is the beauty of role-playing.
With that outfit, Outlander, you must be doing well for yourself. Can I help you? This was a Nord settlement thousands of years ago, until the Dunmer drove the Nords from Morrowind.
You may want to lower the music.
Then the Dwemer built a city here. The village built on the ruins of the Dunmeri City. Since Morrowind became an imperial province, Nord fishermen have returned here. Imperial scholars and adventurers also come here to explore the various Dwemer and Daedric ruins of Sheogorath.
Oh yeah, we do have the Dwemer and Daedric ruins all around Dagon Fel. Fun memories. The Ghostgate is a primary access point through the Ghost Fence. Essentially, this place helps adventurers prepare before going further. We enter the Ghostgate temple, which has a cool looking blue ceiling, and we also find an array of shrines with blessings. And this beautiful custom mural. Here we have the tribunal against ash creatures like ascended sleepers. The good always triumphs against evil. Praise Vivek! We see an NPC praying, and I love the high energy atmosphere here in the temple. We then get an external view of the Mages Guild building, which looks so cool. We then take in the atmosphere of a city we all know so well. Balmora is the classic Morrowind city. This square was empty in the base game, and here we have vendors, stalls, and lots of NPC chatter. I love it. So much effort has been put into making Balmora feel so lived in. Also, Balmora has been expanded with more houses as every NPC needs a bed to sleep, so they need homes. In Morrowind, many NPCs just stood at a single location. In Skywind, they have AI schedules and move around. The only exception is the Silstrider Caravaneer who sleeps in their carriage. We then check out an idyllic view of the meandering Odai River. This is so good. Now, let's listen to a Skywind team member trying to pronounce Ashalmimilkala.
Yes, our next runner-up for Tier 2 was Ashalmimilkala.
Gotta love
Great.
those Morrowind
Man,
names.
bless your heart for trying.
It's so funny. She tried her best. When I first started playing Morrowind, these names were easy. I guess many of them were inspired by ancient Indian names. So names like Ashalmimilkala, Ashurnapitashpi, Zainab, Urshilaku, all of these came naturally to me for some reason. But when I played Skyrim Home of the Nords, I struggled with a lot of those Celtic names like Brignainishsaid, Baelcanos, Craiglork. What the hell are these names? Maybe some of you can easily say these. I had a bad time. Anyway, back to Skywind. We reached the Bitter Coast region where we experienced the overcast weather being developed by the weather team. And yes, all of this is Skyrim engine goodness. No ENBs are used here. We can enjoy swimming in the swamp and gaze at Ashalmimilkala, the intimidating Daedric ruin. One can imagine these ruins have been around for thousands of years. The Skywind team really tries to make these environments around Daedric ruins feel like they have been in a swamp for all of those years. The grass and trees have grown all around them. Extremely spooky environment. Also, the place around Ashalmimilkala is so serene. I can just walk along the coast and do nothing. So pretty. Welcome to Zafirbel Bay, the Azura's coast region on the eastern coast of Dagon Fel. Ah man, you see the sudden change of lighting from the gloomy Bitter Coast to this? Wow. From here we can look at mainland Morrowind. The developers have added Lord files for the mainland. We can't swim there, but we can watch from here. The developers cast the water walking spell. Amazing work by the VFX team of Skywind. The water walking spell works great. Wow, Zafirbel Bay looks amazing. Such a picturesque location. We see tons of ingredients like muck sponge, salt rice and marshmallow. The 3D models for these look so good. As we walked around Suran, the Skywind developer said that there are 1,300 interior locations in the game. Around 50% are either in the review or the QA stage. The review team checks for consistency, makes sure it meets quality standards, and performs other checks before sending it to QA. The team is feeling good about the progress being made. Suran looks amazing, just look at that. It has that Balmora vibe with Lalu architecture in the Ascadian Isles, but more pretty in my honest opinion. There are cool vistas everywhere you go. Alright, it's time to chill out at Desel's House of Earthly Delights. We do experience the purple colored vibes but don't get to see those dancing babes. What a disappointment. Oh yes, we get to see Skywind's Cliff Racer for the very first time. They are buggy as you can see, but they do look cool, and there are so many of them, just like in Morrowind. Oh, what memories. We get to see the Velothi Tower of Ald Redaynia, a memorable location in the Shogorad Islands where we meet the Skeleton War Wizard, a unique high-level undead skeleton who resides at the top of the building. The team then shows throwing stars.
Because a quirk of the engine is there. That's what they're being used for, but we will have them properly sorted
That
eventually.
little sound effect, that's so cute.
Whoop.
Oh, I love that sound effect. Wow. And that spark effect. Holy crap. And then we see throwing knives. And look at those realistic physics. Absolutely fantastic. Sold. My first Skywind build will be a throwing weapons character. That's about it guys for this month's Skywind update. I have no words to express the creative work being done by the Skywind team. They are my favorite Skyrim modding team. I shall see you soon for another Skywind update. May Vivek, Almalexia and Sotosil watch over you.